Can you see me? All right, good shot. Niyangizwa. Uyahlupha phela uTikTok. Niyangizwa what? Oh yeah, ungene lapho ungezwa ubone check ukuthi angizwani. Right. Yebo. Right. Yeah, yebo. Greetings, everybody. Greetings all over the world. Greetings all four corners of the world, north, east, south, and west. Yebo, kunjalo. Hayi. Sakhuleka ngaze thopho lo mafisho inkosana shishanisa amavula avanzi namadoda. Nimuzana amanzi ngqinqeshe. Tubulani intombi zasizweni. Yona inyanga le lapha ekhaya. Gobeqola ongena gobela hayi ngoba fa. Sozabe khona. Wey sengibona ngifundiswa. Mameshani. Yey nina kunjalo. Ay. Leso sikhathi. Ha. So again, I'm on TikTok and I'm on YouTube now. Right? Yebo. So I'll do it simultaneously. Radios? Yay, wena. Kulios. Greetings, everybody. Skule wonke amagumamana omhlaba, all four corners of the world, north, east, south, and west. Greetings, and greetings again. Yeah. Sanbonani, good afternoon. Riperile. Nda. Timatekwan. Hola. Matikash. I forgot what they say in Portuguese.
What do you want to say?
Matikash.
That's a currency.
Oh, yo. Yeah, gonna look. Yes, greetings. Right, we are back. Yeah, we are back, guys. Curious. Right. Yeah, still got a lot of work to do. Rightios. Yay, Nina. Jalo. Right, where was I?
No, the sound is perfect.
You can hear me? Oh, good shot. I get TikTokers. Now I can confirm what's in Yagiza. Number one. My YouTubers on this side. Right. Cool. Yay, Nina. Hey, where my thought? Cool. Greetings, Buffet, to all 7 continents again. Wherever you are, whatever time it is, in the morning, in the evening, afternoon, early hours, greetings. Right. Aha. So today I want to talk about something a little bit different. I spoke to somebody la. I can't remember the name for TikTok. I responded, gave video. Ngani abantu kunenkinga. I forgot what was the problem. Right. Cool. So what I want to talk about today, I want to talk about something interesting, right? So I'm going to try and get interaction both places. TikTok, Nali, YouTube, right? Cool. So I want to talk about iLadi. Right. Cool. So what am I talking about? Some of my American folks, my English folks, people that can't understand the native language, I'll try my best to keep it in a neutral English so that we can all understand one another. Okay? Right. Cool. So, what is this thing? Some people, okay, fine, yeah, we're hamba. You go, you consult. Next thing, you are told you're going to have to do iLadi. Right? Cool. Omunye umuntu akazi ngempela Nkosi yami. Akazi wangempela Nkosi yami ukuthi what is that? Right? Others have an idea of what that is. Others have seen it being done. Others have tried doing it, but things never worked out. Others have seen it happen and imsebenzele omunye umuntu. Right? Cool. What am I talking about? Cool. First of all, there is an altar, right? before I get to the altar. Kube person A goes to Melap, or a person who is gonna try and do a reading, or whatever the case may be, right? They do this reading on this person, and then they determine A. Because when you do a reading, you should not be talking. Akusiwena kumele utshele lo muntu lo oze kuyena uthi lalela, hey yazi inkinga yami lokhu. No, shut up. Shut up. Let the person talk. Right? Akhulume. You can ask questions. That's the whole purpose of it. That's the whole purpose of the practice. For you to ask questions. Right? But let the person talk. Ne? Biggest mistake yenziwa abantu lento ukuthi umuntu afuna ukuqhambukela yena asho akucabangayo nani. And then some people are weak. Some people are extremely weak. Some people are derailed easily. Once washo lokhu aphuma ayekwenye into angabe sakwazi ukureconnect nezinye izinto. Some people are like that, unfortunately. Right? Cool. So the whole purpose of the practice.
I have an example of what you just said.
You have an example? Okay, Maggie, okay, what's your example before I continue?
Oh, I told you, why? Booking this code, why? Maybe it was.
All right. Kunomuntu ozoyibuza ukuthi why ngihleka. Right? Let me answer you before you ask the question. Right? We cannot anticipate. Never anticipate ukuthi umuntu njani. We catch the meaning within the context. I will always say this. We catch the meaning within the context. No. There's no manual in this thing. You need to understand the context of Leonto in order for you to be able to interpret it correctly. Interpretation is extremely important because with interpretation comes decisions. Decisions of which you, as the person or at the uhlolelwa or the reading was being done for, you need to decide. Right? What do I mean? Kunomuntu ozongibuza uthi what do I mean? Awazi ukuthi uyafika manje. Then I say xoxa le ndaba yakho, right? We determine A, B, C, and D, right? And then you now know, oh crap, no wonder this is happening to me. No wonder this is happening to me. No wonder that is happening to me. Right? Then you obviously have to go through a decision-making process of which you now A, need to digest lento itshelwa yona. B, when you get home, you decide what are you going to do. C, once you've understood what is your next move, then you proceed. Implementation. Implementation is extremely important when you are healing anyone. It's an extremely important phase. We don't get to the implementation without getting a result from your own guards. Abantu bakini ekumele decide izinto. Not the person helping you or the other guy or whatever. It's your own ancestral guides that have to lead the way. Right? Cool. So where was I? I was still explaining Lendo. Yeah, right? Coolios. Yebo. Right. So when we look at this thing, so they tell you about a certain ceremony that has to happen or whatever. In Maswatini, somebody was saying something like, let me see the comments on YouTube. Greetings, everybody. Bye. I also pray. Go and I pray him cool. What do you mean you also pray? Okay, so those are your praying times. Okay, sure. Number one. Right. Then, when we look at lezi zinto lezi, where was I now? Okay. First thing we need to determine, what is this thing? Right? Basically, it is an altar created to interconnect or to connect and communicate with those watching over you. Right? Hence, when this thing is done or supposed to be done, you when atutshela ukuthiwa yenze lento, you have to ask these questions. Okay, ngiyezwa ke kuthiwa abantu abadala bathi angenze iLadi or angenze ini. Kuleli iLadi yini abayifunayo? Be specific. Be specific. Ask. Because omunye umuntu akazi kwangempela. You cannot assume. You must always remember, ancestors are not the same. For example, a simple example, kunabantu ababephuza, kunabantu ababengaphuza, kunabanye ababebhema, ngisho nenqawa, kunabanye ababengabhema, kunabanye ababephila a cleanly life, a very clean life, right? Kunabanye that were the opposite. Kunabanye that did a lot of things. That's why we determine these things. You ask these questions, right? You ask these questions because and it's going to oppose what your family wants. And then you're going to ask yourself, ngenza izinto hayi ngenzile kodwa manje akwenzeki akusebenzi nani. Meanwhile, you are pissing them off. You are doing what they didn't want you, or you're adding things that they did not want. It's very important to know what type of ancestors you have. Extremely important to understand what lives in you. It's extremely, extremely, extremely important. Right? Cool. Yes. Oh, ukhulekela mina.
Yeah, I pray for you for 12 number 3.
Oh, Sunday. Oh, I misunderstood that comment. I thought you were asking me or sharp. Oh, how ngiyabonga Asan. Hey, yazi Asan man. It's one of those guys that when I was doing live, one of the free lives went lo working on a mod.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that is Asanda Mfihlo. Kule uzophila mhlobo wami yeva. Ngiyakukhumbula, don't worry, ngikhumbula kahle. Pha Eastern Cape. Right. Number 1, bengikuphi ke manje? All right. No. I want people to understand the importance of this thing. Avele suke nje yowenza into. You can't go doing something you don't know, guys. Right? Kulios. Now we understand, okay, what type of people abaphila kithi or my bloodline, abantu basekhaya, whatever the case may be. We now know it's banjani, bayiluphi uhlobo, what do they like to eat. Then that is why it's also important, once you've gotten this information, ukuthi you need to go and do into kanje, hamba uye ekhaya, go to an elderly person and you ask them. Be smart. Kunabantu abanomona abakhona ekhaya abayiyo bloodline. They will not tell you the truth. They will definitely not tell you the truth. So be smart. Find a way to ask the question. Find a way to ask the question. You put it there. Let me give you a simple example. You go there, you don't necessarily have to tell yebo ngabika ukuthi ufuna ukwenza ini. But before you say what you want. Be smart. Be clever about it. You need to be clever about it. Ask, how yazi? Angazi kulezi insuku nje ngicabangela nje ujeqa nje ngicabangela nje usigwaqana nani. Vele into ebidliwe la ekhaya. See, you said it but you didn't say it. What is the natural reaction to that? Ah, yazi uqinisile, hey, yazi ugogo usibanibani wayelekha wayethanda le nto. Hey, yazi nomkhulu usibanibani wayethanda. Hayi kodwa into esesidla kakhulu thina sesikhula, hey, inkobe, nani. Now you've already got your answers. Hayi, athi nganifundisa ukuba yigebengu. Sishiye kanje. Be smart. You can get your answers even from your worst enemy. Right. Yebo. Yay. All right. Yes. Where was I? Kulios. Now we understand it's okay. We now need to know to kumele kube khona ini, nani, whatever the case may be. Then it is very important to understand the purpose of the ceremony. The purpose of the ceremony is the most important thing. A. The normal one, the most common one. Then baklambulula. For example, some people they use chickens. Some people use chickens. I use pure water. I don't have time for indaba zeyilwane. We can use a chicken depending on the type of ancestors you've got. Some ancestors don't want izinto. Some ancestors will ask you to start kadihuku. Next, the pudi. After the pudi, then bafuna iko. You understand? Some ancestors, depending on where you are and what have you done or what have you not done. Very important to understand those things. Right. Kulios. Oh, yes. Yeah, sometimes I forget. Then, yeah. There could also be a ritual again where thina besingamakholwa too much like simakholwa nani and now le nto singena enganeni or ingane sekumele yenzele hlimele imisele ibani manje ibisele abantu abadala asazi kumele senzeni. Sometimes you also there are tricks. There are many tricks to the trade where we will connect with these people, where we connect with them, and then we will indicate that, all right, now we are going la ngihlala khona. Sifike lapho. Nakhona makufika lapho, there is a process that has to be done before ubangenise, or before ningene, or before wena ungene. Right? And then you then start preparing for this. You create the altar. When you create the altar, again, depending on what we are doing, depending on what ritual is being performed, and then you will lay it accordingly. Once you've laid it accordingly, remember now you now know, oh, okay, my people, banjena, or whatever the case may be. Now you're aware of those things, right? You've got them, or whatever the case may be, right? And then there's a process or there's a time where the actual communication has to be done now. The actual alignment that has to be done. There are many ways to skin the cat. But this has to happen right now. Right there and now. And there has to be a way to show you ukuthi lento le iyenzeka nani. Be it as it may. if you're using an animal, there's a way of doing it again if you're going to be using an animal. Remember, some ancestors do not want blood. Kunabantu abangalifuni igazi. Hey. And it's very important when you communicate with those type of people, you communicate with them in a certain manner, which is totally different to the normal one. Coolios. Then, fine, that is done, it's performed. Then, it is always an immediate reaction. An immediate reaction when this happens. There has to be an immediate reaction which will immediately let us know what we are doing is correct or what we are doing is incorrect. Make sense? Coolios. Then when this is performed, it's performed. And then, again, depending on the type of ancestors watching over you, the rest of the ritual will be performed in that manner. Remember, some people are watched over by the dark angels. Iron geese. All right. You must always remember, every family has people that died peacefully, has people that never came back home, has people that were murdered, has people that died in accidents, got shot, stabbed, whatever. Every family has people that just never woke up. Alala umuntu. Nithi uzawunyamvuza, ho, siyabanda. See what I mean? Depends on all the types or the types of people watching over you. We communicate and we interconnect and we interconnect and communicate with these people in totally different ways. Hence, some of them continuously want sacrifices. If those are the type of people that are living Guwe, you will do those sacrifices. Uzowenza Nkosi yami yeso. Uzowenza. Yes, that's correct. Uzowenza. If umbethwe labo bantu, uzokwenza Nkosi yami. That's a beautiful question, by the way. I'm going to answer that question. Let me explain it. I'm going to answer that question. Good question. Right. And then you get the opposite. People that are watched over by those that died a peaceful sleep. Right? Then we're going to go to the conversation, the nice and normal, easy conversation of Amadlozi Namato. These things don't work the same way. They do not work the same way. Biggest mistake people make, athola umuntu onamathongo yena usebenza ngedlozi, for example, afuna ukwenza izinto lezi azenzayo la kulo muntu osebenza ngalento. You are mixing it up. These two things don't work. They don't coexist in a person. They don't work the same way. Two totally different ways. These two things communicate in two totally different ways. The spiritual languages for a reason. There's a reason why there are spiritual languages. What am I talking about? Spiritual language. For example, you could be a visionary. A visionary, you see things through visions. You could be the yay. You could be the dreamer. See things through dreams. You could be a person that is communicated through verbal communications. Omunye umuntu wathi ehleli Nkosi yami isho lento la endlebeni. Hey, enza lokho, nandandani. Hey, uyambona usibanibani. Hey, kunjani kanjani. Verbal communication. You could be a person that they have sharpened your senses in such a way that you anticipate things. Like, angisayi lapha. Kunento ezokwenzeka lapha. 10 minutes later, something happened. See what I mean? Spiritual languages are totally different. Extremely different. Again, depending on the type of people watching over you. Right. Let's also try and put it into layman's terms. Layman's terms. Some people, bakatwe abo mamabo. Yeah? Some people are watched over by single people. Some people are watched over by a family. Some people are watched over by their parents. Some people are watched over by their children. Yeah. Some people are watched over by their grandparents or gogo. And then you get a different breed which is watched over by the great grandparents or koko. Yeah, you heard me right. There are some people that are like that. So Tina, we are busy. Hayi lo, hayi simfana, hayi so. Hawu lo, uyadlala lo. Hayi, othi ngithathe nomskipho sakhe. Sambe singini. Smetha nan. When you hamba lapha, you're awakening the incorrect people. And the people that are living in that person are the extremely clean people. What do you think is going to happen? You're going to waste your money. Rather umnike yena leyo mali anilungisele nonke njengomndeni. It all depends on who is watching over you. Right? I think that's okay that's enough for today, ne? Yeah, I think that's enough for today. We just came back, we are tired. Yeah, we've been in Botswana for a long time. We are tired. Right. Aribon, some comments. Bye, Mkulu. Beautiful topic. Makosa Mal. Right. Kosia. Bye, Junan. Mkulu. How are some white people sangomas? I know it's off the question, but it's been on my mind for a while. Beautiful question. I see. Right. Remember something. Spirituality is extremely broad. I will always say this. Spirituality is extremely broad. When we talk about spirituality, asicabangi sithi la eSouth Africa kuphela. And then we call it African because it's South Africa. What about those guys? Let's go up. La Africa, not even far. We go up. We start lapha. Let's start in the west. We talk about the Yoruba. We talk about the Yoruba people. We talk about the black Jews, or Egypt, for example, Ethiopia, for example. Where's this thing? Where's this thing? Get a sign and so. For the black Jews of Ethiopia, the very first people that came with religion in this continent. Look it up. Go read about it. Read about it. It's there. See what I mean? You go to the west again. I was talking about the Yoruba. I was talking about the Ashanti. The Ashanti people are the originators of the talking drums. This is African spirituality. The originators of the talking drums. And then it talks. This is just Africa. Can you imagine? I haven't even got down to is it the Maasai or people who go Kenya. I haven't even spoken about those. I haven't even spoken about the people who go Angola. I haven't even spoken about the Islamic people go Tunisia, Morocco. There are people there as well. Abapiwe in ukubona abapiwe yonke lento. See what I mean? And that is the thing. We can't take the and look at it in a small dimension. It's very, very, very broad. You go to Europe, you've got people there as well, working, for example, tarot cards. Some people work, I know my friends there in Jamaica. Some of them, they work, crystal balls, and they watch these things. Some of them also work with pure water. Pure what? Water. See what I mean? You go to China, you go to Japan. There are people there working again in spirituality. It's broad, guys. You can't just say in day one. Right? So to answer your question, I think. I think it's IC, if I saw it correctly. Ne? Remember something. These people, they came, ne? When they came there, then they settled. So when they settled, they came with whatever they came when they settled. And then those people there, those first group of those people, they were the first people that were exposed to the true ways of Africa. Hence, they will tell you about any shapeshifters. They'll talk about the shapeshifters. How do they know that? We told them. We showed them. See what I mean? The whole purpose of them being Ilentuzan or Ingoma is to fortune tell. You fortune tell through what? A, bone communication. Right? B, umoya. Hence, there are different types of amangom. Right? Enye ingoma, yaywe. Elinye ingoma, lizoqala lithethe wozala ufuthe la. Bese yakhula adedele ithambo phansi. Elinye ingoma likudingi lize kwenze lakho. Elinye ingoma lithatha nje lithi. Bese kuba khona a different type ekwazi ukusebenza ngomoya. Uthi usakhuluma nje ayibambe indaba. Ayibambe indaba. See what I mean? Very broad, Chief. Extremely broad. Oh, all right. Wait. I haven't been on TikTok. I just want to TikTok. Let's check some comments. Yeah, hlupha network on TikTok, ne?
I'm perfect today.
Yeah, hlupha mina la. I can't. Oh, you guys can hear me, but mina, I can't hear you. I mean, I can't. Yeah. What you call it? It disconnects every now and then. I see Lady Z. Toza mkhulu. Yes. Toza Lady Z. Ola mkhulu. Konze lapho. Kuzikiz. Hey, Jiva. When? Wawungakhola mfana wami. Wawungakhola. Kodwa uzophila ngendlela yes. Those are one of the people that will tell you about me in the beginning stages of my yay of understanding who I am. Angisaphuza utshwala. Hey, uyakhumbula? Right. Let me go to YouTube. Indaba zise mehlweni angikuboni kahle. Right. No problem. That's my problem in the TikTok where is it Lady C? Yeah, I don't know what happened to that connection there. Bona futhi just disconnected and came back. Those are good. Right, let's check some YouTube stuff here. What's happening here? The last comment was I see, ne? But Gogo Patricia, tell them Kulu, how do you know unamatongo? I'm thinking that's your question, ne?
We did a video on that.
Yeah, I've done many videos on that,
And
but
serious.
I've done many videos on that. Where Gogo, Lento I communicate ngawe through amatongo, through, as I mentioned earlier on, there are different types of ancestral beings. You could be a visionary, you could be a dreamer, you could be a person that they communicate through verbally. I understand. Usually, a person on a maton, there are things that are done in silence. Usually, silence, pure cleanliness, and when you are at peace. Right? Cool. Who's this now? Is it possible? Ungambathwa. Who was that? Can you see? Okay. I'll answer this again. I've answered this question many times, right? Cool. Yebo. In that way, one cancel. Did I see properly? I think so. Ungaba nazo lezinto, but they won't work in tandem. One is dominant. Remember something. One of them is a spirit that needs to be cleansed, and continuously worked on. One is a spirit that overtakes and does it on itself. So angeke zize zi incorrect, which is the reason why once you try and start doing these things, because remember, one doesn't even need blood-related rituals. One does. Two different things. Right? Cool. Zomkholela ukuthi kuyenzeka izinto zakho zime ngamaphupho avaleke until ungeniswe esibongweni sakho. Yes. Lezo zinto ziyenzeka, ne? Lezo zinto ziyenzeka. Again, what I'm talking about today, that's why ngisho ukuthi if uzotshelwa kuthiwa enza leyo nto leyo, you need to ask these questions. You need to ask these questions. Avele nje kuthiwa hayi asenze nani. You ask, okay. Mangilenza ngilenzela ini? For what reason? Masiyenza lokho, okay, fine. What is the purpose of us? What are we aiming to achieve? You understand? We need to ask these questions because it needs to make sense. Right? Not to the person helping you. It has to make sense to you. Hence, abantu abakhulumayo, abantu abalida indlela, it's your ancestors. Right. Kolo, you see. Hayi mina ngingenike leyo ndaba. Leyo uzoqhamuza uzofela hayi. Awungafa ngeke uzuyibone leyo nto. Mina I must speak to your people first. And then I will tell them how I work. Hayi ukuthi uzowenza manje kanjani ukuthi uphuma kusibani bani manje usufuna uqedelela ngeke ngenze leyo nto. Forget. We mami. Kolo, yisiphi isibani esilungela what? I hope I'm reading that right. Isibani silungela isikhanyise awufuna khuluma nabantu abawembethe. Again, fikile. Depends on what type of people we are talking about. Everything you do depends on the type of ancestral beings or now. Right? Kulios. Kulu. Mina. By any similar with yours. Hayi akulonela la ebuzansi leli asibeke nje kanjalo.
Lalela futhi mkhulu ngibone ibhayibheli elisimilar with yours, but very blue and also umama wakho ebuthongweni ingithatha ngevele wayetengisa kubo.
You see, when I say yebo, lolu hlobo lo moya. Okay. Oh, I forget my TikTokers. Imani. Wait. The question, Bitini. I hope you guys heard the question. Eh? Right.
Statement.
Well, it's more like a statement. Yeah, not.
Then if there is a follow-up question, so what does it mean?
Oh, there is a question.
Yeah, there's a follow-up question.
Right. That tells you, Uti, when the time is right to start doing your things. I won't do it. I won't help you alone. Let me put it to you that way. Right? Cool. Then, oh, angimboni. Oh, hey, mthiya ngikuboni. Ngibona manje comment yakho. Azabanya phila kusiyami. Right. Lusenga. I've heard that some spirits temper with your fertility if you don't give them the attention, recognition needed. May you elaborate further, Paul. 100% correct. 100% correct. Renelwe is asking, well, it's not really asking, but she's saying that she's heard ukuthi some spirits temper with infertility inzalo yakho. Inzalo yakho uma ungazilungisi izinto zakho. Right? That is 100% correct.
Bye.
That is 100% correct. Right. Kunamuntu ozokutshela ukuthi, okay, let me put it to you this way. Right. Let me put it to you this way. Kunamuntu ozokuchazela ukuthi, before I've done my things, ne? Before I took isiphiwo sami, remember, kunomuntu onesiphiwo, kunomuntu onobizo. Ayifani lento Nkosi yami. Ayifani. Umuntu ozokutshela ukuthi before I took my things serious, miscarriages, besazi nje thina asikwazi ukuzala, akunanzalo whatever. These things happen, right? Kunabantu abambethwe imimoya yenhlanzeko. Kunabantu abambethwe imimoya yani yenhlanzeko. Eminye imimoya yenhlanzeko idinga ukuthi wena uhlanzeke. Hayi angizwa. Let's try it again. Eminye imoya yenhlanzeko idinga ntoni? Idinga ukuthi ushade ube nomuntu oyedwa, ube nomuntu ozobhekana naye. Lo muntu futhi masumthola kuba umuntu oba nento wena unayo. Kuba umuntu oba nalento wena unayo nawe. No, guys. Yeah, it's basic stuff. It's nothing entertaining. Why? Because your type of ancestors want indaba straight. Kunabanye abantu ekumele ukuthi baphiwe inhlanhla or impande yokuzala yokwandisa umndeni wethu uma esenyukile in the hierarchy. Hence, I will always say it's very important to understand what type of people abaphila kuwena. It's extremely important. Extremely important. Ngoba lokho wenza izinto kanjalo kanti you are one of them. Wenza kanti you are one of them. Next thing, lungisa izinto zakho, usunamandla, hawu, ngashada, hayi, nazi ingane out of the blue. See? It's not magic. It's because you've got those type of people and they want izinto ezi. Some people are not allowed to have itemb. Some people are not. Some people are. Why? Because those families have had A, bad experiences with those things before. B, people must have lost their lives with that thing. See? Or the opposite, where kuyimpilo nje yakulelo khaya. And sibe sihle ngendlela emangalisayo. It's very important to know the type of people you have. The type of people you have. Very important. Right. Told them, what does it mean? That's a simple thing, Chief. Kumele wenze umsebenzi ubani loyo? Blessed. Kunomsebenzi kumele uwenze. Related to iside lakomalume bakho. Straight talk. Sibingelele makhosi. Hey, Nkuleka kunjani Nkosi yami? Yes, Nkuleka, I was talking about iLadi, ne? From obviously A, what is iLadi? Why do people do amaladi? What is the purpose of iLadi? And you need to understand why you are doing it, and you need to ask questions as you're saying, okay, fine, I need to do this. Elaborate. And you need to get the information needed in order for this thing to go and materialize the correct way in order for your things to happen. That's what we are talking about, Chief. Right? Cool. Where was I? Renele, what are you? Huh?
What are you talking about? Yeah, relates again.
Oh, what you're talking about relates to me. Who's that? Oh, okay. Meetings are not working. Ah? Injalo nje. Injalo. Yabona? Yay! I-problem eke yenzeke. Eh? Thina unkululeko la. This may be off topic. Doesn't mean when you are told ukuthi isidalwa samanzi sikulindile. Amen. All right. So Nkululeko here on YouTube is asking, what was the question?
What does it mean?
What does it mean when you are told ukuthi ulindwe isidalwa samanzi? That is there's no magic in that, Nkululeko, right? Cool. It's because I know your story. So angifuna ukuba yabo. But let's take it as if it's a person engamazi. Right? So let's say, for example, in most cases, those type of things, there's a specific spiritual language that is spoken to you by the type of people abayilendek to ama visionary, or those type of people that see those type of people, ne? Mawabona labo bantu bafika and then they give a direct message. Omunye uzokutshela ukuthi kunempande ethile ekumele uhambe uyoyithatha kwamanzi athize. Noma, oh yes, yeah, I did a video just yesterday, ngisebotwana, showing that stream. Those are the type of people I wanted to talk to, where banibonise that stream enjeya, banibonise le umfulo njeyana nabantu either ngale komfula noma ngala nganeno, and then uyibuze ukuthi ufunani kule ndawo, and then you end up being given these things and being told. Omunye bakutshela ngisho negama laleyo mpande uhambe uyoyithatha, or they show you the place that you need to go to. When you get to that, there is a practice that has to happen. There's a specific practice that has to happen when you're at that specific place. Hence, they are showing you that. Hence, they are showing you things. They are showing the livelihood and the lively things that are happening there for that particular reason. Make sense? Right. So when I was told I have a spiritual twin, but not a good Sasibabili is okay, right? Esibelete mama. All right. Don't. That could mean multiple things. I don't know how to pronounce it. Like apex predator, I'm thinking, ne? If I'm correct. That can mean is indeed ning, ne? So two different scenarios, right? Two different scenarios. A uzalwe wembete, right? Then you grow up and you get to a stage where you now realize or you start hearing, yay. Oh, sorry. I was just reading Where was I now? Oh, two different scenarios with Apex. Oh, yeah. Uzala Mbete, right? And you grow up and then you get to a stage where you are now informed that Melumbule, right? Melumbule, the process of Umbula, A, B, C, and D. There's a ritual. Give me a chance. I want to make it easy for him to understand, or her to understand. Then there's a ritual that ends up being performed. Ne? Two different types of rituals. One could be person, if you're going to be doing it, go mamako, your malugo, your mother's side. There's a difference from doing it there and doing it from the other side, right? Again, when these things are performed, kunezinto emele zenziwe, right? And on these animals, there are things that will have to be used and will be put on your body to represent this thing, right? And once it represents this thing, there are certain things that have to be done again as izobekwa zibe a representation yabantu bagini on your body. Make sense? Scenario B. You will be told, not by the person helping you, your ancestors will continuously show you these things. And they show you these things. Sometimes they could show you two. For example, imbos, that's what you took, for example. They could show you that, right? Then you could start seeing these rituals as well. You'll get to a point where you're always and continuously being taken on journeys where you see you need to do into eso, right? And once you perform that ritual, once you perform that ritual, that's all I would say. Right? Where was I? Hopefully, I'm not revealing anything that I shouldn't. But the question on Isdala Samanzi Siglindile gave me a headache. Hey, Kulego, why you so sit down? Right, I get you, Chief. Don't worry, I understand what you're saying. Eh? Where was I? Cool. I did what?
Consultation
With you, and I'm supposed to start my journey with you. So I was looking for a job to save my money. I got the job. We are collect. You got the job. Congrats. Congrats, man. Indaba ezimnandi ezongitshela zona. You got the job. Watlanki. The problem now is people ask for consultation. Angazi nokuthi izindaba zabo ziphumaphi and they pay me mkhulu. Can I use the money for my Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. I can accept something ekanjalo. Right? Why? Because if you remember when we did our consultation, I told you, Uti, you just need to learn ukukhuluma nabantu bagini. Ask. Once you ask ngendlela abafuna ukucele ngayo, they will not disappoint you. Apa mangam. See what I mean? Apa mangam. I'm so happy, ne? I'm so happy you have no idea. Yes, 10%. I know. She's got more things to do. Also, indaba yakhe is a bit more serious. Tell them good. Can I ask? Can you have a course in Estonia? Yes. Oh, yes. You can even have more than that, right? Wezama kwangathi ungakhanya nokwabanye. Yes, kuzolunga. Daniel, okay. Tell them cool. Is it normal for one to have sexual urges after going to the river, or does this mean that one has come? That's a beautiful question. That's a beautiful question, by the way. Ubuza, oh, let me. I'm not attending my TikTokers. Right, 1 second. Where's this thing? So it's asking, is it normal to have a sexual urge after going to a river, or does this mean that one has a connection with negative spirits? Right.
Can I just ask?
Yeah.
Are you funky when you funky?
I was about to ask you.
Because it depends.
See? Right. That's she has just answered you with Danielle. She answered you. It all depends. Yeah, bo. Right. Yeah. Right. To go further a little bit, lapho with Danielle, ne? The urge that happens, you must remember something. Intercourse is a spiritual thing, right? And this urge that you have or you're having, lapho, it's an urge that happens when you're around a specific type of person, right? Guess what? Those that have what you have, this thing tends to happen when you're around them. Correct me if I'm wrong. Thank you, Gozan. I understand. How I found out was weird because I had a dream where before it ended, someone was shouting Amawele joyfully. These things will happen when we're apex predator, ne? These things will happen, Chief. So when we talk about spiritual languages, I'm not crazy. Depends on what you have. Yabona right now, kunomuntu obuka la manje who keeps seeing an animal ebusuku namehla alayithayo ayelo. This thing it's a cat. Leopard. Mayibona. Kodwa uyibona ebusuku ngathi namehla ayelo. Yazi mayibona lento. Uyayibona bese ithi pheshe. Athuka avuke. Yazi uyibona ngaziphi ikhathi. 03:15, 3:15. Whenever this happens, it's around this cat. Talk to me. And let mayenzeka kulo muntu. This thing wants to talk. The animal is talking. But uthuswa yileyo nto ukuthi how the hell is this animal talking? A very strong ancestor is talking to you, Chief. A very, very strong ancestor is talking to you, Chief. That's what I will tell you. Right? No. What's the time now? How long is it? All right. Cool. Yeah, sharp. No. I'm tired today. Just got back from Botswana. I'm tired. Right. Cool news. I think we've covered more than enough of what I wanted to cover today. Right? 100%. Lungileke bafowethu. We shall see each other again when I come back again. I'll be out again soon. Yebo. Yeah, you are. Kunjalo. Right. Now we attend. Yeah, our people. Then we leave again. Right? Coolios. Oh, I see something here just before. Once again, I actually dreamt of some guy. He seemed scared. He talked for a bit, but before I was leaving, he asked that I bring him clothes. But what's confusing is Ukuti, he had clothes. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. It's exactly what I've just spoken about with Apex Predator. Apex Predator. Cool. 100%, guys. Aye. We shall see each other sometime soon, ne? Itada. What? Lord Mkulu, I've been meaning to ask that. And also, Ikomama is in dolphin, but it keeps on skipping me when it comes to those animals. Those are things again. Hey, Con, you're gonna see. I wonder those when we start talking about things like that. It's a specific type of person that starts to see those things. All right. And there's a specific type of way to heal those people. And there are specific people who are allocated to heal those type of people. Right? The question is how. If you are anointed, you are anointed. If you are not, you are not. It is what it is. Tada!